Christ consciousness. There comes a moment not marked by time, not announced by sound, when the soul realizes it has been awake longer than the mind remembers. This is not belief forming, this is remembrance returning. Christ's consciousness is not learned, it is uncovered. It rises quietly beneath thought, beneath doctrine, beneath the architecture of words, like a deep foundation discovered after the dust is brushed away. Here, Christ no longer only before you, above you, or written about you. Here, Christ is within you, breathing through your awareness, thinking through your stillness, loving through your consent. Metaphysical soul recognizes this movement not as elevation, but as alignment. The inner life turns, not upward, but inward. And the soul discovers that heaven has always been an interior country. Christ consciousness is the awareness that the light you seek is the light you are learning to yield to. Not self-exaltation, not self-negation, but self-transfiguration. In this moment, the false self loosens, not by force, not by shame, but by irrelevance. The ego does not die screaming. It fades quietly, like a candle extinguished by sunrise. Metaphysical soul names this the inner yield, when the traveler stops carrying the map and becomes the path. Christ consciousness is the soul realizing it is inhabited. Thought slows, judgment softens, urgency dissolves. You are no longer trying to be Christ-like, you're allowing Christ to be Christ within you. This is not possession, this is participation. The kingdom does not arrive, it reveals itself. You begin to sense that every breath is shared, every moment infused, every ordinary act sacramental. Washing hands becomes prayer. Listening becomes worship. Silence becomes instruction. Metaphysical soul calls this living from the indwelling center. Here, morality is not enforced, it emerges. Compassion is no longer commanded, it flows. Forgiveness is no longer negotiated, it happens. Christ's consciousness does not remove you from the world. It roots you so deeply within it that nothing superficial can uproot you again. Suffering still exists, but it no longer defines the house. Pain becomes a passage, not an identity. The cross is no longer only something Christ carried. It is something consciousness understands. The letting go that precedes resurrection. Die to distortion. Rise into clarity. In this metaphysical soul moment, you stop asking questions that fracture the soul. You no longer ask, am I worthy? Am I enough? Am I doing this right? Instead, a quieter knowing emerges. Christ is present. Christ is active. Christ is conscious within me. This knowing does not rush. It abides. There is no spiritual performance here. No ladder to climb. No image to maintain. Only awareness consenting to presence. You walk slower. Not from hesitation, but from wholeness. You speak less. Not from fear, but from fullness. You love deeper, not because you must, because love has taken residence. Metaphysical soul understands Christ consciousness as the soul remembering who lives inside the house. And once remembered, nothing needs to be forced. The traveler continues, but now with light inside the chest. Silence in the mind, and Christ as the conscious center of being. Still, yielded, awake, Christ consciousness, not as an idea to defend, but as a life to inhabit. A metaphysical soul moment where the inner world becomes God's territory and the outer walk becomes light. So mote it be.